Good morning and welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. I'm the host of Vegetable Bread. I've had some internet issues over the past couple days, so I missed a stream or two, and that left me cutting off in the middle of last run, so I hope people don't mind too much if I resume in the middle of this one. It's going to be a silent run. Let me just reacquaint myself with where we are. We got a stone calendar and a ring of the snake. That's interesting. Got a predator. Okay, well this is a rare relic, so we probably asked now for that. And then took Predator from floor 1, backflip from floor 2, now we're on floor 3. Get Distilled Chaos, and one of these. Or none of them. Endless Agony is pretty fine. Especially with the Predator. Okay, do some damage. Apparently we don't get to make any pathing decisions yet. It's okay, I didn't want to make any pathing decisions anyway. Let's kill this guy, because he's attacking. And then do as much damage as we can to Fungi Beast. Try and kill him next turn. And succeed. Okay, there's a Bouncing Flask available. Do like myself a Bouncing Flask. Okay. Sorry, I just made a going live notification in the Discord. Bouncing Flask is pretty exciting. Who's our boss here? Slime Boss. That puts a little bit of a kibosh on the Bouncing Flask. It's not that good against Slime Boss. We can't pick Bane without picking any poison though, right? So do we skip here? Or what? I think I'll grab the Bouncing Flask. We've only got 2 elites in our path. But I don't think we're going to fight the light and then upgrade here. I think if we fight the light, we have to rest. So is 2 random upgrades better than 1 upgrade? If we got 1 upgrade, it's probably going on Bouncing Flask. Maybe Neutralize. If we got 2 random upgrades, it could go on like Strike Strike or Strike Defend. Maybe catch a Predator, Neutralize, Bouncing Flask, Endless Agony. Yeah, I think we're going to pass on this. And upgrade something. Probably Neutralize. Neutralize is pretty good. We haven't picked really any defensive options. We took a backflip, but that doesn't count. We get full value out of healing. If I knew we were getting this, we probably would have taken an upgrade. We would have fought the light and healed back up here. We could take max HP, a little bit more dangerous. If we take the rest, though, I think we're probably likely to get an upgrade here. I think the upgrade's probably worth more than 5 HP, so I'll take the health. Drat. These guys. Doing at least one of these and at least one of those. Second defend or attack. This is probably going to stone calendar time. So let's just try and keep our health until that happens. Let's backflip, try and find more block. Well, okay. Pretty good for taking only 2 on the second turn of Sentries. Pressure is on a little bit to try and kill that back one. Let's play everything this turn. So we have Survivor Neutralize, that should be good enough. With 14 damage, not quite enough to kill him. So we're taking 4. Alright, well if we can get out of this fight taking 6 damage, I'd be very happy. Yeah. It doesn't always work like that. Okay, 14 then. Alright, so this is, we're only going to survive one more turn. So there's no point in putting damage into this front one, so I'll put damage into the back one, I guess. Probably no point in that either. And time. The boot. Ooh, leg sweep, unload. Okay. Probably taking a leg sweep. Pretty excited about that. Mentioned a second ago that I was looking for a defensive option. It's a little bit unfortunate to upgrade and neutralize and then immediately find a leg sweep, but there you go, man. I don't know. Ancient T-set is pretty good. Decent chance we get to carry that into this elite. Definitely better than skip. Let's see what Bouncing Flash thinks about who we should kill first. Kind of want to kill these guys on the same turn, ideally. So they're both taking... He's taking 6 and then 5, so that's 11. So you do 13 damage to kill him. He's taking 3 and then 2, that's 5, so we do 19 damage to kill him. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to do 13 plus 19 is 32 next turn. Even counting this turn. And they're both buffing. So I think we're going to plan on setting him up to die if we need to. And doing the rest of the damage to him. It's as I feared, they're both attacking. Okay, so we can minimize their damage by killing this one. We do take vulnerable, so we still take some damage. And then we get to kill him. Crippling Cloud's great. Okay. Maybe take an upgrade on Crippling Cloud. Pretty excited about having some AoE poison. Let's see. So the challenges that remain in this act are Lagavulin or Gremlin Nub, and then Slime Boss. Slime Boss is pretty scary for Silent. I think we'll take a Bouncing Flask upgrade. No, I think Crippling Cloud's better. They both get an upgrade of 3 poison, but Crippling Cloud is AoE. We have a ton of weak, so we should be able to get Slime Boss weakened. This is a shop, but we're about to go to another shop. We're unfortunately getting 2 in a row forced. So if we don't see anything we super like here, we should probably just pass. I do like the skewer though, especially in the presence of an Ancient T-set. And it's on sale. We can buy something on sale from both stores. Leaves us with 62 gold, which is not a ton, but it's probably enough to buy a card at the next one, or whatever's on sale, or potion. So let's do that. Deadly poison, huh? Ouch, missing out on tough bandages is not very fun. Piercing Well is great, but it's probably not quite time for that yet. If we take a deadly poison, can we upgrade it? Only if we really do a good job maintaining our health. Okay, let's do that. Got a lot of skills, so we're kind of bad against Gremlin Knob here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We got the turn 1 skewer though, so that's nice. 7 damage per energy is slightly less than I would expect from deadly poison, so we'll do that as well. Good start. Might have to use the potion here, because, yeah, we're not going to... Oh, actually, we did draw attacks. I thought I wasn't going to draw enough attacks to spend my energy, but I did. I don't think we're killing him next turn, but... That's all the damage we're going to get this turn, so. Weak is great. Toss those in there. I believe Bouncing Flask is guaranteed lethal. Makes him take 12 this turn, 11 next turn, yeah. So we take a little bit extra damage from the poison to lock it up, but I think that's worth it. And then we'll defend his worth. A couple of health, 2 health, so I'll do it. Okay. Feeling pretty good about that rate of damage. Horncleat does not line up well against Slime Boss. It is a turn too early. Glass Knife's pretty exciting. So we can set up Slime Boss with Poison and then hopefully execute him with Glass Knife or Skewer. Dagger Spray's fine too, so is Flying Knee, especially with the Skewer. But we already have Crippling Cloud Plus, so we don't super need Dagger Spray. So I think we'll go with the Glass Knife. Usually pretty excited about Glass Knife. I was hoping to get an upgrade here, but we took quite a bit of damage from Gremlin Nub, so I don't think we're doing it. Hey, Unbuzzed Bee. Happy June 1st to you as well. Is June 1st a recognized holiday where you are? I'm searching my brain, but I can't think of anything. Months are exciting. I watched Nickelodeon when I was a kid, and one of the things that they had is like in the middle of my like Saturday morning cartoons. At some point, they showed like an ad or something that said that there's some sort of tradition where the first words that you say each month or year should be rabbit rabbit. And I've never looked this up, so I have no idea if that's like true or where that comes from, or if Nickelodeon was just trolling me. But it's something I think about at the beginning of almost every month. I never do it, but I always think about like, oh yeah, it's supposed to say that thing. I think we're resting here. We have really reliable weak with the Neutralize Plus, the Crippling Cloud, and the Leg Sweep. So we shouldn't be taking 38 on turn 3, but that still reduces it down to like 24. So pretty close to the line there. If we try and not rest. Alright, no turn 1 Skewer, which is unfortunate. Do get some Deadly Poison started right away, and get to draw some cards for next turn. It's hard to imagine not wanting to Glass Knife. Or Neutralize. Do we ever not want to Glass Knife here? We have Glass Knife plus Boot. I've never had this combo, I don't think. If Glass Knife goes all the way down to 0, does it continue doing 10? It seems like it should. Alright, we're going to Glass Knife now, because otherwise it's never getting down to 0. And we want to do Science. Huh. Is it like practiced by some particular culture, or is it just like something that people do? I don't know, maybe I should look it up. Skewer is 7 damage per energy. Crippling Cloud is 13 damage for 2 energy, which is 6.5 damage per energy, assuming we're breaking him next turn. So it's slightly lower. It also exhausts and is useful later in the fight. So on the flip side, we're not guaranteed to get a source of weak for next turn. If we don't use Crippling Cloud to weaken him, he might not be weakened. I think we're sufficiently afraid of next turn that we're going to go ahead and Crippling Cloud him now. We also might not pop him during this first phase. We're not particularly close. So we can play Skewer, I think. So he's taking 11 and then 10, which is 109 minus 21, which is Britain and North America. Well, I live in North America, so there you go. New England. Well, today I learned. Or I guess I learned a long time ago when I was a child, but forgot and relearned. I imagine they said something about it being from Britain, but... Okay, are we doing... The max damage we can do here is Skewer Endless Agonies. If we do that this turn, and then we get Triple Strike next turn, that's 18 plus 7's 25 plus 8 is 33. 33 plus 11 does break him. Is that the break we want? Next turn could also be like Bouncing Flask Survivor, and try and not split him, build up some poison, and get a better split on a future turn. I think we're going to go for a split now. Okay, so we want to put him as close to 76 as possible, and then without going under, and then do as much damage as we possibly can in one turn. If we do... We're doing 11 damage this turn, that puts him to 98. So then we want to do, ideally, 22 damage. And we're doing 7 plus 8, we're doing 15 damage. So we're kind of off by 7. 7 is not a large deficit, though, so I'm pretty okay with that. Oh, these are doing more than I thought, but only by 1. Okay, so we're only off by 5. Did a pretty good break here. Okay, we got Bouncing Flask Strike instead of Triple Strike, which is slightly lower damage, but that's okay. Still easily breaks him. We also have an opportunity to Distill the Chaos here to get 6 more damage. I think we'll pass on that. Leg Sweep is probably pretty good next turn. I also need to keep our eye on Stone Calendar in this fight, because it looks like it's going to be relevant. Okay. I guess let's block out and wait for Stone Calendar. Yeesh. I did have issues last week, yeah. No, it's not weird. It's I went online and then my internet was too bad, and I decided to go back offline. In fact, the beginning of this run, I started on Friday, but my internet was too bad, and so I went offline. Yeah, I called Comcast, and they, like, I don't know, I called them twice. The first time, one of their technicians pushed some button on the back end, and then like an hour later, my upstream bandwidth was way better, or bitrate, not bandwidth. Presumably the bandwidth was the same. Maybe it was different, I don't know. Modems are complicated. My upstream bitrate was way better an hour later, as he predicted. But then the next day, it recurred, and it was back to being 0.1 megabits per second. And so I called again, and I got a much worse tech who didn't do anything, and asked me to drag my computer across the house to get a wired connection before confirming that indeed that was not the problem. So that was frustrating. Okay, so I would like to have 2 health, but now it's just randomly fixed, so I don't know. Maybe the number that the guy typed in on the back end is continuing to have an effect, and the next day there was a different transient problem. I don't know. Hard to say. Okay, so I would like to have 2 health. We can get 2 health by playing Defend. We could also play Slimed, if we're planning on surviving a long time in this fight. We could also develop 6 damage, which helps us split somebody. 6 damage puts them to 50. They split at... what is it? 25 plus 3 is 28. So we need 22 more damage after the 6. 22 is more than 1 turn worth of only attacking for this deck. This does 21. I guess technically Predator plus Skewer does it. It's exactly 22. Glass Knife. Yeah, Glass Knife plus Skewer does it. Or Glass Knife plus Predator. So there's a couple ways to get there. But it's not a super promising path. I think it's probably more valuable to look for that out than to try and get 2 health. We do also have some potions to try and get there. Yeah, see, this guy's scary. Actually, Neutralize Skewer should do it, because we're not weakened. So Neutralize Skewer... I guess we have Predator. Predator does slightly more damage per energy than Skewer and sets up a buff for next turn. We definitely can't split both. We could put neutralize on the acid slime and then split the spike slime if we want to save the maximum amount of life. Which I think we might want to do. So we have to survive next turn, but then the fight ends. And having weak up on the big acid slime seems pretty good. Actually, he's weak right now, so that doesn't actually reduce his damage this turn. We'll just be developing weak for next turn. Okay, so these are both happening on him. So we can neutralize this and make the split better. So we can put his mini slimes down to 24 health. I don't think we're doing 24 damage though, so I don't think we really care. So let's keep the weak up on acid slime and put him actually in stone calendar range. Alright, this is the most dangerous turn. Great, we survived. Okay. It doesn't really, we don't have to do anything this turn, we can just block out. We're not doing glass knife science, unfortunately. Alright. Have you all met Stone Calendar? Yeah, I love Corpse Explosion in Donu Deca. You have to earn it though. They have those artifact charges, so they're not super vulnerable to poison. Alchemize is available. That's pretty nice. Pretty rarely am I going to take either a Phantasmal Killer or Bullet Time. Bullet Time definitely has like a niche use, particularly with like nightmares and stuff. So we might be picking up Bullet Time here. We do have a Crippling Cloud and a Leg Sweep Predator, so we have a way to generate a big hand, and we have a way to have some pretty expensive stuff, Bouncing Flask as well. So it might be Bullet Time. Alchemize I'm never super sold on. It's great if you get Sacred Bark, obviously. Sacred Bark and Alchemize are a great combo. Potion Belt is also really helpful in that if you're picking Alchemize, because you will end up getting a fairy in a bottle and getting one of your potion slots blocked, and then you'll have something good in that potion slot and you won't want to spend it, and you'll have an Entropic Brew, and you'll be like, well, what do I do with this? So Alchemize has some problems. Phantasmal Killer I almost never pick. Seems like a lot of energy to spend on doing nothing. But, I mean, there must be some situation, right, where you, like, have a crazy setup deck where it's like, next turn, I'm gonna absolutely explode. And we have some pretty explosive stuff. We've got Skewer and Glass Knife. If we knew, for some reason, we were getting Glass Knife next turn, having to do double damage is not nothing. But I think it's Bullet Time here. Pretty rare that I'm going to pick a Bullet Time, but I think this is an okay deck for it. So let's go for it. Yeah, exactly. Potion slots is the big constraint for Alchemize. It feels a lot like White Beast Statue in that way. White Beast Statue, you feel like you're under a lot of pressure to like spend a potion efficiently in every fight, and it's not always something you can do. Runic Dome versus Cursed Key here, probably. Ectoplasm has a pretty big downside, so it's usually quite a bit worse than these two. May even be worse than Skip. Whereas these are both better than Skip, clearly. Cursed Key is probably my top pick here. Runic Dome, sometimes there's situations where the downside for Runic Dome doesn't matter. Like if you have a deck that's based off of After Image or something, and you're just like, I don't really care what you're doing. I'm going to generate my block my way. And we'll see how they compare. But this is not that kind of deck. We've got like a Leg Sweep and Neutralize, and lots of sources of weak. So I think we're pretty interested in what the opponents are doing. And I think this Runic Dome costs a little bit too much, so I think we're going to take Cursed Key. Okay. The Champion. Somehow we don't have very much money. I guess we went to 2 shops at the end of Act 1, is how we don't have any money. Act 2 question marks are really good, so one of these 3 question mark routes is maybe the thing. This one's actually a 4 question mark route. 4 question marks, Fire, Elite Fire. Only 1 Elite in the Act, though, with that path. Whereas this way is 3 question marks, an optional shop, And then up to 3 elites. Probably not feeling super confident hunting elites right now. Crippling Cloud is pretty good in the Slavers and Gremlin leader fight. Weak is pretty good against Book of Stabbing. But in general, like, we're not killing people fast enough to feel super confident in the Slavers. We can just like mitigate damage a little bit. And Book of Stabbing scales very quickly, so those are both quite scary. So maybe we take the little bit safer path, try and find bites, or apparitions, I suppose. And then take the extra fire here, guaranteed. We do get an extra fire on this right path as well, but we have to commit to the 3 elite line to get it. And there's 2 fights here, so I don't think we're probably taking that line. There might even be too many question marks on the right path, because there's 3 before the split, and then there's 3 after as well. So we only end up doing like 2 hallway fights and 2 elites, which is kind of wacky. I guess we have the same sort of option on the left path, where we have these 2 question marks as well. I think I like the left path here, even though we're only getting 1 elite. Give it a shot. Okay, all of our money is going away. Looks like backflip bullet time to me. That seems fun. Whee! They have pretty similar health totals, so let's go for the mugger. Alright. If your Act 2 first easy pool fight is Looter and Mugger, and you're able to block them out, you should be feeling really good about where you are in your run. So I might need to reevaluate how good we are at fighting elites. Unfortunately, it's a little bit late. We've kind of committed to this left path, but it seems like actually we're pretty strong here. He's taking 12 and then 11, so he's taking 33 total. So we need to do 2 damage to him. So we'll give him 1 Endless Agony. And we'll put the rest into the other guy. I totally did the math wrong somehow. He is not dying. So we need to do 7 more damage to him. Which we can do like this. Crap. I'm gonna restart the fight so that I can double strike the front guy, because we have lethal here. Alright, we're backflip bullet time. And then we bouncing flasked. Defended, how is this math wrong? 12 plus 11 is 23, not 33. I guess regardless, I will repeat my mistake, because that's not what I'm trying to change about the fight. It's not a terrible line either. It's pretty reasonable to get both of them low, so you can kill whoever's trying to escape. Or in this case, kill both. Okay. Piercing Whale is really good. It starts getting good basically as soon as Act 2 starts. So pretty excited to take Piercing Whale here. Aha! Bites! We found them. Well, okay. Fine. If you're gonna twist my arm, I'll take your bites. Okay, so now that we have bites, we're probably a little bit less interested in question marks. I think we'll still take these 2, but then I think we'll take this fight instead of a 3rd one. They're still good. You can still get, like, Ancient Writing. This one could be money, too, and if it's money, we can go to this shop. So I'll take this one. Ooh, it's the book. Okay, so There's 3 options for the book. 2 of them are pretty much always good. The one that generates a power at the beginning of a fight, and the one that generates a card to put into your draw pile. Those ones are just good. It's Necronomicon. That's really the this is good sometimes card. We have Predator and Skewer, which are only Necronomicon copying cards. We might, if we get Necronomicon, we might actually pick up like a dash. Bullet Time actually interacts pretty poorly with Necronomicon, because it makes your attacks cost 0, and then they don't cost 2 anymore, so they don't get copied. So we're not super enthusiastic about Necronomicon here, but I think we do it anyway, because we're at full health. Gotta spend that health on something. Okay, cool. Well, we got the power. It's a really good one. We didn't get money, so I don't feel like we should go to the shop. So let's go to question mark. Alright, so we got Ancient Writing. So now we're basically just done with question marks. Those are like, we got the 2 best ones somehow. This is an insane set of question marks. We got Bites, and then the book, and then Ancient Writing. Like, wow. So we will take Upgraded Defense, please. And then we're going to go fight somebody. Yeah, that was nuts. I love it. Okay, we get a free Well-Laid Plans, as well as a Piercing Well. Let's start with the backflip. Let's see if we get anything exciting. Alright, so we can block out here with Defend Plus. Yes, the internet is better. I'm not sure what it is, but for some reason I was getting 0.1 megabits per second, or megabytes per second up. I believe it was megabytes per second? Is that a... Maybe it is megabits per second. I think it's megabits per second, because it's the B was not capitalized, the M was capitalized, which just means mega. Okay, megabits per second up was 0.1 for like significant portions of last week. But then I called and complained, and now it's back to like, whatever, slightly less than 6. Okay, this is free, so we're playing that. We could block out without the Piercing Whale, and Piercing Whale is pretty good in this fight, so I'd like to keep it. So we're going to block with Defend here instead. And then it's like Bouncing Flask versus Bite Glass Knife here. We do have some health to heal, so Bites seems like a good start on that. So let's do Bites. We also get to target it, whereas Bouncing Flask is just kind of like killing people in the background. With some massive boot value there. And I'll keep the Piercing Whale. Okay, we can knock him down with 3 energy worth of attacks. So we could like Bite, Bite, and Skewer for 1. Or not knock him down, kill him, because of boot. On Busby, you're a teacher. Oh, I see. You just mean school's out for summer is what you mean, not like coronavirus. Oh, cool. Everybody's a teacher. Ah, I get it. What's the V2 bit about? Did you just like have a previous account? I think we're biting him, so he dies this year. Okay. Keep piercing whale again. You never know when it's going to come in handy. Huh. I see. So this is your second account. I just came up with a whole different name when I needed to switch and my original name wasn't available. The name that I went by on most video games until it stopped being available was Foxor, F-O-X-O-R. But that one's never available, so I came up with something more creative, which was Vegetable Bread. Okay. Maybe we save bullet time here? Yeah, I think we like play Piercing Wail and defend and save bullet time. Okay. Oh, that's true, yeah. I should probably change that, but, you know. Huh. So you're not Digital Charmander everywhere? We will neutralize him because he's attacking for slightly more right now. Oh, does he have more strength? He does, yeah. Okay, so we'll bite him as well. And I guess Deadly Poison on him? Alright, well, I thought we were going to heal on this fight, but maybe we're just going to be neutral. Yeah, I don't recall ever seeing an unbuzzed bee before. Okay, so let's try and draw more bites. Now this guy's buffing too. We can just keep Skewer, and Skewer always kills him. So we don't need to overreact here. If we backflip, we don't always kill him, but we can block out here, so let's backflip and see what our options are. Alright, defend double bite, that's what I like to hear. I think I'll keep Skewer again. It still emergency kills him. Alright, getting to finish him off with bites. Finishing the fight strong. So we got some of that book health back. We don't probably need more attacks. Deflect is good if you have dex scaling, but we do not. I would like some way to scale our defenses, but none has been offered to us. Okay, we're pretty healthy. We're going to do an elite fight with Ancient Tea set, so I would like to get an upgrade. Does this cost 2 when it's upgraded? It does. Piercing Wail is a pretty good upgrade. Particularly if we play it turn 1 against Slavers. It's also really good against Book of Stabbing. It doesn't actually upgrade for much against Book of Stabbing, because it downgrades his damage for from 7 times X to 1 times X. So if you go from 6 to 8, you're just getting 1 extra damage per attack out of him. But the difference between getting wounds and not getting wounds is pretty important too. Skewer is a big upgrade. Makes us do a lot more damage per energy. And bite upgrades are nice. But I think that's a little bit lower on the totem pole. Glass Knife also has a really crazy upgrade. Maybe Glass Knife. Yeah, Glass Knife actually gets such a big upgrade. I don't understand why Glass Knife gets such a good upgrade. It's kind of insane. 8 damage per energy? Why? It's like the best attack card upgrade in the game. I guess because you don't get to keep it? Yeah, alright. We'll take Glass Knife. It is Book of Stabbing. Unfortunately, we have accuracy and 0 sources of shows. But I'll play it to get it out of the deck. Alright, what are we doing here? We do have a Skewer to go with our Ancient Tea set, which is nice. Let's go ahead and toss these in there. Deadly Poison is doing more damage per energy than Skewer is, so let's do that. We could single defend, we could double defend, or we could Piercing Wail. Those are all reasonable options. Bite does the same damage per energy as Skewer, so that's getting played. I think I like double defend Skewer. It's going to be a bit of a struggle to survive this fight, so I don't really want to be taking chip damage if I don't have to. Probably Crippling Cloud is happening. Let's Crippling Cloud and see how much damage he's doing. I think it's 18. That's 15. Why do I always get this wrong? I was going to say 15, but then I was like, no, I got this wrong last time. It must be 18. No, it's 15. Okay, so we're only taking 1 damage, so we'll definitely take the opportunity to Balancing Flask here. Alright, so probably looking at like backflip defend. And then I don't think we're skipping Glass Knife. And then the last energy is probably going to bite. Okay. Guess we're just playing all the cards that do stuff. Here's the struggle to survive part of the fight. Alright, we got him. Alright, not too bad. Ooh, Bottled Flame. That goes on Skewer almost certainly. Skewer with Ancient Tea Set bottled. Seems good. Dagger Throw is upgraded. 12 damage. Get a little bit of filtering. I don't know. I think we're okay on damage. Seems like we have quite a bit. The Glass Knife, Crippling Cloud, bites, and a bunch of poison stuff too. Skewer. And this is all damage. I think we're just gonna skip it all. Flying Knee's interesting, but now that we have bottled Skewer, I think we're less interested in setting up for skewers later. Bottled Glass Knife is good too. Even Predator, actually. Okay, so if we bottle Glass Knife, we get to do 24 damage on turn 1. That's neat. For 1 energy, and we get to do other stuff as well. If we bottle Skewer, then after we rest, we get to do what? We have 4 energy, and then we go up to 6. So we get to do eventually 60 damage once we get Skewer upgraded. 60 is quite a bit larger than 24, but it takes all of your energy. And it only works after campfires. In other cases, it does 40 damage. 40 damage is not really ending hallway fights anymore. It'll kill a looter or something. It's good against slavers, for sure. But Glass Knife is good against slavers too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for Glass Knife here. Okay, Liquid Bronze is really good against Book of Stabbing, but we just fought Book of Stabbing, so we're not going to fight him again. Might be better than either of these, though. Actually, no, I don't think so. I think it's the worst of the 3. So, we're done. Good chance we want to upgrade that Skewer anyway. We didn't lose too much health, so I think we're feeling pretty good about getting an upgrade. Piercing Whale upgrade is pretty reasonable. It's good against slavers. It's good against Gremlin Leader. It's just a good card. And we need some block. Maybe upgraded Backflip. Backflip has a really high draw and played rate because you're always looking for more cards. So getting an extra 3 block on that's pretty relevant. I think it's probably Skewer. Maybe not. Yeah, I think I'll go with Piercing Well. Alright, we have to open at least one of these, and we have a shop a little bit later. We could end up super trapped in Act 3, where it's like, you have to go to a chest, and then you have to take the curse from the chest, and then you have to fight the Mega Elite. And I don't want to get trapped like that. So let's open this one. Plus, it's not a small chest, so... So we get a curse and a blue candle. Interesting combination. Clumsy is the best curse in that it's the least bad for you. It doesn't do anything bad. It's ethereal, so it exhausts itself. It's a pretty light curse. I'm pretty okay with that sticking around. as long as we have like a little bit of card draw or filtering or something. The only thing I'm really afraid of is getting a curse from Act 3, but if we have Blue Candle, I'm not really afraid of that, am I? So either one of these options makes us less afraid of an Act 3 chest. Blue Candle has the additional upside of if we see a an extra chest, right? If we see like a question mark chest, we get to open it more likely if we take Blue Candle. Whereas if we take Sapphire Key, we're kind of saying, okay, we've gotten our last curse, we're out, right? So I think we're gonna take Blue Candle. Potentially a mistake. Ooh, footwork, very nice. Let's see, so what are we... Oh, we're not retaining anything. That's not how this turn works. So I think we just bullet time, play everything, and then skewer for 3. Or I guess we could skewer first if we want. I think we do bite and then glass knife and then skewer. So we'll go in order of multi-attack count. Okay. Crippling Cloud's definitely happening. Looks like Piercing Web's happening too. Okay. Thanks for not attacking. Stupid snake plant. Should have attacked me, had the chance. We got another bite? No. Okay. Another backflip. We want more card draw. I said I wanted more card draw when I took the Blue Candle. Not super excited about a backflip. It's pretty good with bullet time, though. So I think I'll take it. It's just the second one, after all. Healing for 9 is very sad. I think we need something. We need like a footwork or like a well-laid plans or a nightmare or burst, or we need to like find something good. Like we've cobbled together a bunch of good cards, right? And that's been good enough to win Act 2, but it's not going to be good enough to win Act 4. So let's read. Afterimage is nice. It's not really an Afterimage deck. Take a second glass knife. Terror aligns fairly well with the damage we're doing. A lot of our damage is coming from glass knife and skewer. How good is Afterimage? We always have a 0-cost power from... I always forget how to pronounce this. Enkerilden. And since we have that, we're always playing, assuming we get an upgrade on Afterimage. By the way, this cancel button is a bug, so I'm not going to click it. You're not supposed to be allowed to cancel out of this, but you can after you look at your deck. So Afterimage, if we get it upgraded, always appears in the opening hand, and then we always have another power in the opening hand. We don't really play that many cards. I guess with bullet time and like backflip, maybe we kind of do play enough cards to make Afterimage good. It is a way of scaling defenses. Kinda. And everything else is a way of scaling attack. Yeah, literally every other card is either like useless, like Help Maneuver, or a way of scaling attack. Concentrate. Concentrate's in the useless category for context. Okay, so I'll take Afterimage. I think we go for another question mark. Do we want to go to that store? We could remove the curse. That was originally my plan. We don't really need to remove it because it's just a clumsy. And if we remove it, we increase the cost of future card removes, which we are going to need at least one of, given that we haven't gotten Blue Key yet. I think we'll go this way anyway, just like looking for thwack or something. Alright, it's a fight. Alright, so we need to do 21 damage this turn. Okay, next. Probably want to leg sweep on Mystic. Just to make sure we get enough damage. Or make it good enough block. And there's a side quest in this fight. You can make this fight last for forever, because Mystic heals herself. So we need to exit this fight at full health. We need to be biting until they're all dead. So let's get started with that now. Alright, nobody's attacking. I think I took the wrong line that turn. I think I should have played Predator. I'm not sure what I was thinking. We can block out these, and I guess we're just playing the whole hand, so do that. Obviously, Survivor last. Okay. Crippling Cloud causes us to lose control of the fight a little bit. I'm not too worried about accidentally killing them, though. We're also at full health, so ending the fight is currently a good thing. We're going to play 4 cards, so that gets 4 block, and then if we defend as one of them... I guess maybe we're only playing 3 cards. Yeah, 3 cards and defend also blocks out. Okay, so Balancing Flask, Deadly Poison, defend. Okay, seems good. I guess we'll play Bullet Time because it makes us play more cards. Predator here for sure. Backflip blocks out. No point in doing anything else. Oh, right. Stone Calendar. It's been a while since Stone Calendar's gone off. You'll have to forgive me if I didn't remember it was happening. Nightmare. That's a card I was talking about. What would we currently want to Nightmare? Piercing Whales, Crippling Clouds, Leg Sweeps, Glass Knife. Yeah, it's funny because I hardcore planned around Calendar in Act 1. I was like, alright, we're gonna drag this slime boss fight out until Calendar kills him. But in Act 2 we've been very fast, so yeah, Nightmare's really good with After Image and stuff too. So Nightmare it is. I talked about Nightmare when I first picked Bullet Time as well. Cutting Potion is probably better than Attack Potion, right? Shift pluses are no joke. It's 12 damage at least. Maybe it's better than Distilled Chaos? Here against Champ. No, Distilled Chaos can be used in emergency to like block or something. I almost always end a turn after 3 cards after taking... Oh, yeah. For sure. I hate end turn buttons. I don't think I've ever done an end turn button rant on stream, so maybe I'll just do that now. But the Slay the Spire end turn button does a reasonable job of giving you feedback about whether you continue to have options. Nightmare Noxious Fumes is fine. That scales you up. Alright, let's play these cards. This does a ton of damage. Probably doing it on Cultist because he's a little bit more scary immediately. Got 2 energy left. I think either Bouncing Flask or Predator is pretty reasonable. We're going to play Predator and hope we draw Bullet Time and maybe Nightmare. Alright, got a bunch of cards. 16 damage seems doable. We have it. We did get Bullet Time, but we didn't get Nightmare. And we can play everything else anyway, so there's no reason to bullet time. We just get an extra days if we do that. We could leg sweep her. We get a daze, but we develop some weak for later. I think I will. She's pretty scary. Daze is not that big of a deal. There's the Nightmare. Okay, so the line would be like Nightmare, backflip, Shiv. So let's backflip first. See what we're getting into. We're always playing the Shiv. Maybe we're just like Crippling Cloud defend here. Or Crippling Cloud bite even. Crippling Cloud bite blocks for 2, so we go up to 9, take 3. Yeah, Crippling Cloud bite is quite a bit of damage too. Maybe backflip was better than bite there. I'm not sure. We have 4 energy and 4 cards in hand to spend, but I think we're going to have Survivor discard the defend and exhaust the Sunder's Bane. Because we are blocked out anyway. Yep, this is always the scariest turn against Chosen, when you're like right up against the end of the deck and you start getting all the days that you put in there. You have no one to blame but yourself. Alright, we want to play all the cards so that we get all the block. We could use Cunning Potion to block for 3 and do 12 damage. I'm not like tremendously against it, but I think our potion chance is probably low enough. I think our potion chance is probably like 30%, so I don't think it's I don't think we're like desperate to spend this Cunning Potion right now. This is turn 6, so no Stone Calendar yet. It feels good to see some bites. Hopefully we'll get another one next turn. Okay. Well, that hurt. These are all terrible. These are some of the worst silent cards. In fact, I think these might be the 3 worst silent cards. Maybe the other card like Tactician would be worse than Prepared. Is there ever a reason not to retain cards? Sure. If your hand size is going to get full, is the main one I would think of. Which actually happens quite a bit on Watcher. Also, if the card is useful right now. That's sort of the Aleph 0 version. I think we're skipping these. These are terrible. If we go to the shop, we could get rid of that curse. We could potentially buy some useful stuff. Maybe even find like a burst or something. If we skip the shop and go to the hallway fight, it's possible we could heal to full. Depending on what the fight is. And then we'd get an extra upgrade here. And we wouldn't spend our money. It's not super efficient to go to a shop with 230 money, aside from hand size. I mean, there's some... regret. Regret damages you per card in your hand. I guess that's kind of analogous to hand size. No, I think hand size is the main one. There's probably something, but it seems like the only resource that's being consumed by a retained card is a slot in your hand, so... And obviously the opportunity cost of not playing it. I think I'll take a fight. Let's try and be optimistic. Let's try and get to full health. Great, this is definitely a full healthable fight. This is in fact a fight that's definitely infinitable, because Spirit Guardian will continue generating a block. Infinitable? Words. What are they good for? Let's go ahead and kill Sentry now. Okay, next turn we have to block for 22 while frail. Tactician is bad because you can't play it. It doesn't do anything unless you have a very specific combo. So like you have to spend your card draw on drawing it, and then it doesn't do anything. Card draw is a really important resource. I think I'm more excited about Defend than Bullet Time. Defend and Survivor do basically the same thing here. Okay. Piercing Wail doesn't work, neither does Deadly Poison. We can block for 18, take 4. Okay. Keep the Deadly Poison. It's a better way to get rid of artifact charges because it doesn't exhaust. Here we're just going to block out with... actually, I'll take 1 to get rid of another artifact charge. Being able to develop weak is pretty important in this fight. How important is it that we draw all these and shuffle next turn? I think it's more important that we keep a defend. This doesn't work. We could Bouncing Flask and then neutralize. That does apply 6 poison, which I think eventually kills him. 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 4 is 15, plus 3 is 18, plus 2 is, yeah. So it does kill him. Which we don't want to do if we want to extend the fight for forever. I'm not sure how practical it is to extend the fight for forever. I'm not sure if we're, like, gaining health or losing health in the long term here. We could play Distilled Chaos right now and guaranteed get Nightmare. And we could Nightmare a Neutralize. It also just blocks for 3 because we're playing 3 cards with Afterimage. Okay, alright, let's do it. Okay, we lost our Piercing Wail, but we are able to weaken him now, so that's good. Let's get rid of these. Okay, so he's hitting us for 16. We need to block for 10 more. Seems like we can do that pretty easily. Let's try and find more bites. There's one. I'll keep the defend. Okay, he should be pretty much weak for forever now. Crippling Cloud does kill him. Oh wait, yeah, 6 poison killed him, so 7 poison would too. Alright, I'll keep a defend for next turn. Because that's the 16 attack turn, normally 22. It does appear that we have turned the corner. Okay. We'll keep Predator. Oh, shoot. Okay, well I guess that's all the health we're getting. Damn you, Stone Calendar. Okay. So we're doing Champ next. None of these look like they're good against Champ, so we'll skip those. We did get a potion to replace our the resource we used in the fight, so I feel pretty good about that. I think we've got enough health that we can probably fit in an upgrade. Most useful overall upgrade is After Image. Not super useful in the champ fight specifically, since you know, it's a boss fight, so it takes quite a while to finish the fight. So it doesn't really matter if things are innate or not. You're going to find them eventually. Nightmare and Bullet Time both get decosted, which is fairly useful. More so for Nightmare than for Bullet Time. Because Nightmare just like eats your whole turn and doesn't do anything, whereas Bullet Time just says, yeah, do all the stuff. Whatever. Don't think After Image. Get that long-term value. Also, Champ does attack on turn 1, so it does something. Okay. After Image and Well-Laid Plans are definitely happening like that. It's hard to imagine we don't spend the deck spot in this fight, and it looks like it's going to be useful this turn. So let's go ahead and use that now. Last 2 energy, I think, is just going into Glass Knight and Bite. Don't see any reason to spend the Piercing Wail yet. We have Nightmare and Bullet Time combined, which is neat. So we can Bullet Time, make something cost 0, and then make a copy of it that also costs 0. We could like get a bunch of Predators. Yeah, it's not really clear to me what I actually want to play Nightmare on in this fight. I think like Crippling Cloud would be the best. There's no poison in hand. We could just retain the Nightmare. And then, like, Bullet Time and play all the other cards. Except for Piercing Wail. How important is it that we hit specifically, like, Bouncing Flask with Nightmare? It doesn't seem that important. Alright, let's just Bullet Time and play Nightmare on Predator. That does a bunch of damage too. Alright, there's the Deadly Poison. I think this... I was not expecting these to cost 2. I was wrong about the way that interacted. If you copy something with Snecko Eye, it continues to have the same cost. I sort of assumed that the copy effect from Nightmare would copy the Bullet Time buff, but the this term phraseology bites me again, I guess. They really don't want you to be able to escape the bounds of this turn. Weak for next turn seems great. So we'll play a Predator. And I guess the last energy is going into Skewer. Scaling the poison pretty slowly. We do go full health here, that's nice. We do not want to backflip because we could draw a Bouncing Flask and be unable to play it. So we'll just bite and play the Endless Agonies. I think it's probably Bouncing Flask Leg Sweep here. Yeah, perfect. Blocks out, does much poison. Unfortunately, Bouncing Flask missed a shuffle there. There's nothing we can do about that. Alright, those Nightmare Predators start showing back up. Let's backflip and see what we get. Deadly Poison. I think it's defend, deadly poison. Yeah, actually that blocks out. And over by a couple. Looks like we might just be holding this Piercing Wail all the way until the execute. Let's see what we can find here. And get in 0 damage. Alright, that's it. He's split, unfortunately. Stone Calendar gets me again. Bullet Time Double Predator seems good. Alright, here's Piercing Wail on Execute. Not sure that's going to be enough. I mean, I guess we're surviving. But not with a lot of headroom. That blocks for 1, so might as well do it. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this fight. Bite, defend, survivor, I guess. Backflip bullet times, nice. Okay, got another bullet time double predator, that's fun. Maybe we should have kept the leg sweep for next turn. Okay, only hitting for 32 now. Quite a bit less than before. We did get the leg sweep back anyway, so we got kind of lucky there. Actually, leg sweep is not that much block per energy, considering that he already has weak on him. The defends are doing quite a bit more. And we care about playing a lot of cards because of the after image. Alright, so those two are getting played. We're off by 10 block now. Glass Knight doesn't do anything. This is better than skip. And then I think just defend. Gives us more life at the end of the turn than bite. Can we afford to keep Bouncing Flask? I don't think we can. I think we have to keep leg sweep. Darn, should have kept a Bouncing Flask. Would have been really good. I'll go ahead and play leg sweep this turn as well. Keep it defend. We're getting there slowly, but we're making progress. Let's backflip, see some more cards. Okay. Neutralize is always happening. Defend is always happening. Okay, now 2 more cards. Both bites, probably. Does a little bit of damage. Blocks out. Maybe it should have been Predator Skewer. Might have set up for next turn better. I should have just kept Predator for next turn. Predator for next turn is lethal, right? Or I should have kept Skewer for next turn. Did I upgrade Skewer? Oh no, I didn't, so it's not lethal. Okay. Okay, so he's taking 15 and then, or 14 and then 13 is 27 plus the 15 would be 42, so it's not lethal, so I'll keep the defend. I guess it is lethal with the cunning potion. Alright, let's play all the cards, survivor last, and I guess see if we survive? That is not looking like surviving. Let's see, so it's 29 times 2. That is 58. We are at exactly 58, so Cunning Potion makes us survive at like 2 or something. Glass Knife goes in. Okay. Take a little bit extra health. Maybe we can get another bite. We can. Yikes. Well, that was close. I don't see any indication that we're a Grand Finale deck. We don't have any well-laid plans or anything. We do have Nightmare, so we could Nightmare our Grand Finale and then play it 3 times in one turn. Kapow, kapow. Alchemize seems bad. We don't have a Burst. We don't have a Potion Belt. We don't have a Sacred Bark. We have lots of other problems. Die doesn't seem totally necessary. It would be nice to have some more AoE. I wish we had another Crippling Cloud, but that one has been okay. A lot of the Act 3 AoE fights, you don't really need things like Die for, because they're like 2 Orb Walkers or Darklings or something, and 13 damage to those is just not really enough to make a big impact. As well, for with the Darklings fight, we have bites, so we would expect to have already solved that fight. So I think it's Alchemize or Skip, and I think it's probably Skip. Alchemize is not super impressive. Alchemize could give us like Fruit Juice or something. We do have 0 potions right now. If we pick Alchemize and then we see Sacred Bark, we'd be pretty excited about that. The deck is pretty full. And I feel like I need a Burst really badly. As well as like a Catalyst, obviously. So stuffing an Alchemize in there doesn't seem like it's solving my problem. But it's hard to justify saying Alchemize is bad, right? Alchemize gives you like regen potions and like fruit juice and Ghost in a Jar and Tropic Brew and just all kinds of good stuff. As well as the normal options like Attack Potion and like whatever, Colorless Potion or something. So I guess I'll take Alchemize. I don't think it's much better than Skip, but I think it is better than Skip. Okay, no Sacred Bark for us. Astrolabe's a little bit worse than normal because we encountered both Ancient Writing and Bites. So we don't have a ton of stuff we want to get rid of. Empty Cage helps us get rid of the Curse, which is nice. Probably the Curse ended at Endless Agony. I think Endless Agony is probably the worst card in the deck. Coffee Dripper is actually kind of okay for bite decks because we don't need to rest at rest sites. We can rest in fights. It's kind of dangerous though, obviously. I think it's probably better than Empty Cage though, so I think we'll try Coffee Dripper. Super dangerous, but we're in danger, so let's give it a shot. Who needs resting anyway? Okay, where's my Mega Elite? There he is. Alright, so we are forced into this shop, which is fine because we've got some money. We have to take one of these 3 lines. This one looks nice. Slightly more fights than we would like here. Let's start this way so that we get the question mark and then we can choose to dodge an elite if we want. If we go this way, we'd have to go through a bunch of fights to dodge an elite, which is kind of not the point. Alright, it is Darklings. A little bit early in the act for Darklings, unfortunately. I was hoping for a late Darklings so that we could heal. We could still get a late Darklings as well, but it's somewhat less likely now. I think we Nightmare a Glass Knife. Just get him. We've got so much boot value in this run. But I think this turn we're playing the defend since we're taking a bunch of damage. Okay, bunch of glass knives. So we can knock him down, I'm pretty sure, which seems productive. So let's do that. That does 11. Okay, we've got Alchemize and Crippling Cloud, sort of fighting for the rest of the turn. Or the rest of the energy that we have. I think I like Alchemize Glass Knife. Okay. Let's backflip and then bullet time. So I'm going to kill this front Darkling first, but he is not an easy attack of opportunity right now, so we'll pick the middle one. Alright, double bite knocks him back down. Let's backflip first, let's see what we've got. Okay, let's do the double bite, neutralize you and see how much damage you're doing. It's hitting for 12 and we are blocking for 9, so if we play 3 cards we block out. We can't quite play 3 cards, we can play Predator Shiv. I guess we want to be getting bites in this fight, so I'll just bite him. Okay, let's knock down this guy. And unblock out. Weaken the middle one, I guess. Is this safe to do? If we do that, he gets 9 poison, goes up to 12, takes 12 damage, then takes 11 damage, but he's back up. So yeah, we can do that. Okay, then is this safe to do? Yes, it is. Okay. No point in backflipping, we could just draw a bite and wouldn't be able to play it. Yeah, we wouldn't have the energy to play it. Okay, so I think we're gonna knock him down and then block him. We left him at exactly the right life total. We're not doing any damage return. Oh shoot, Stone Calendar is happening this turn. Okay, so I guess we're just getting as many bites as we can this turn. Not quite leaving it full health, but not far off. We can go ahead and deny Stone Calendar the privilege. End the fight on our own terms. Okay. Nope, these are all damage scaling. The only damage scaling card I want right now is Catalyst. Okay. I guess backflip bullet time, I didn't even see that in hand. A lot of expensive stuff. All for free. Cool, well this is not a fight that's generally easy to win at full health, so gotta feel good about that. Like Sweep Plus. We have quite a bit of weak still. Sometimes I'm guilty of having something impact the run early. Like, we took a neutralize plus and then we immediately got a leg sweep, so I was like, we have so much weak. The marginal value of further weak is diminished. But then sometimes those things become less true as the run goes on, so it's like, back when we were here, right, we had tons of weak, and then we picked up a Crippling Cloud too, and I was like, oh my god, so much weak. We've solved weak for the run. But then we haven't taken any weak since then. So we're actually a little bit less reliable now than we once were. I don't know if that's necessarily an argument for a Leg Sweep Plus, which is an absolute ton of weak. But I think Leg Sweep is good enough in the deck that we'll just take it. Alright, another Darkling fight. Okay. Well, I did ask for one later in the fight, I suppose. It's technically true. Let's take the buffing one. Alright, we've got backflip bullet time. Ooh, and Nightmare. Are we nightmaring a bite? We kind of want just like as many bites as we can get in this matchup, right? Okay, so he has 29 health. We can only do 4, 11, 15 damage. There will be some rounding up in there because boot will matter, but not so much that it kills him. So we need to weaken him, and might as well weaken this front guy too. And I think we're blocked out now. 16, 30, 38, yeah. Easily. Alright, triple bite kills him. I guess it's more efficient to use that. Seems like this is probably the Piercing Whale turn. We could theoretically use the Explosive Potion here too. We have Alchemize in hand. An Explosive Potion is not super good in Act 3. So if we Explosive Potion and bite the front guy, he dies. Yeah, I think I'm doing that. Okay, and then let's see what's in here. Smoke Bomb. Probably not going to need that this fight. That was stupid. I take 3 damage. Alright, is Stone Calendar gonna win this fight for us again? Alright, we just have to block this turn, and then Stone Calendar goes off. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to take damage. I guess we can kill him. We need to do how much? He takes... So if we do any more than 12 damage, he dies. So if we do double bite, he dies. So we double bite him, and then skewer somebody else for 3, and then shiv him to death. If we skewer him for 3, does he die? No. Way too much health. Only does 21, so. Okay, so we've got a triple bite next turn to get back to full health. Or actually, no, even that's not enough. If they were upgraded, triple bite would be enough, but it's not. Well, darn. We didn't even draw a single bite. Drat. Okay. None of these cards matter. They're not catalysts. They're not big old block cards. Those are kind of the things we're looking for. Power potions are pretty good on Silent. It's a bit of a trap because I always feel like I need to wait until a power potion, until Wraith form would be useful to use a power potion. But I think it's better than energy potions. I don't feel super weak, so let's go fight an elite. Tesseract time. Health is cheap, we can get health back. Card rewards are scarce. What do we want though from a colorless card? Sadistic Nature would be nice. Sadistic Nature would be probably not good enough to like win the heart fight. It's not like a catalyst replacement, but it's a lighter calorie catalyst substitute. It does stuff. Alright, let's take all three. See what we get. Dark Shackles is great, obviously. Trip is kind of okay. Probably skipping this one. I don't see myself taking Panic Button. Transmutation I don't think we're interested in, and Flash of Steel is terrible against the Heart and against Time Lord, and Time Lord is our first Act 3 boss. I think Coconut might have just peed downstairs. I think she's a bad kitty right now. I don't think I'm taking anything from this either. I don't think Trip is good enough. It's okay, but other than like in that one fight where we nightmared a Glass Knife, it's not like that much damage. So I think it's just the Dark Shackles. Okay. Triple Jawworms. Well, this fight could easily kill us. This fight's super dangerous. We have both Thousand Cuts and Afterimage in our starting hand, so the question is, which one first? Everybody's got 9 armor. Probably what's going to happen this turn is we're going to bite, backflip, look for more bites, not find any, and then Smoke Bomb. If we bite, and then backflip and find 2 more bites, that's the best case scenario. It's pretty rare. So I'll Afterimage first, just on the off chance I end up staying in this fight. Okay. How much can we block for? So they're attacking for 1822 this turn. I can block for... Let's see, these block for 2, so I'm up to 10. So I could block out. That gets me 0 life, though, and if I double bite and leave now, I got 4 life in the fight. If I don't leave, though, I could... No, I can't spend the Smoke Bomb and then Alchemize to replace it. That's not possible. Okay, I think we're just leaving. Bye. Do we rest? Oh, we can't rest. That's not a possibility. Well, extra campfire is still good. Nightmare could use an upgrade for sure. I think that's the thing I'm most excited about. Yeah, let's get that Nightmare upgraded. Alright, we need to block for 21 this turn. It's not clear how we can do that. We don't have any card draw, so let's Afterimage first and then Bullet Time. Collect all the other stuff. Oh, right. Leg Sweep. Glass Knife seems worth it. I think we'll pass on the Power Potion. It was an option. What a fool. We've run right into my trap. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think we would manage to keep up healing off of Nemesis here. Would have been nice, but... do we just play it all? I guess it's not really getting any better. I guess, no, he has a multi-attack, though. So we should want to play this on the multi-attack turn. Both of these, but they save health right now. This fight does tend to be fairly long, but not so long that I expect to redraw both of these and wait for a multi-attack turn. So I think we should use them now. The Boots putting in a lot of work this fight. Obviously, this is like the Boots. The Boots fight. That's what he's here for, it's what he lives for. We could Nightmare leg sweep, and then Alchemize. And Skewer to block for 1. We could Nightmare and Alchemize. Now there's an idea. Get a bunch of resources. That seems fun. He's already got 5 weak after this leg sweep, so what more do we need? Alright, well if we want to play the Alchemizers, we gotta make some room. I think we do want to play them, so let's drink this. And drink that. Yeah, we'll just discard that one. And get punished. Okay. Keep the weak up and block out. Alright, Bullet Time is an extra card. We are proccing Stone Calendar. Is he dying? He is dying. Cool. Thanks, Stone Calendar. He would die even without Stone Calendar. Regal Pillow. Coffee Dripper. The combo! Enemies will be powerless against our pillow fighting techniques. Dodge and roll is technically dex scaling. Nah. Let's not. It does, yes. He would still take 5, I think. Yeah. Oh no, it's attack damage, so he would just take 1. Which would be sad. Man, what a bunch of poo. The Ghost in a Jar is great. I guess maybe we just buy 2 potions. Just, I don't really want both of my potion spots blocked up if I have an Alchemize in the deck, though. What a terrible shop. I have to discard 2 potions to buy them? Yikes. Never buying Accuracy. Look at how many shivs are available. We could buy Accuracy, Cloak and Dagger, and Blade Dance here. Good God, these are some bad cards. Do we take Impatience? Impatience is pretty decent. We have quite a few bites. It can be hard for us to spend the bites. Okay, so the dream is we Impatience and then Bullet Time, right? So in order to live that dream, we'd have to clear all the attacks out of hand, and then Impatience and then Bite. There's a couple of problems with that. Number 1, we have a whole bunch of bites, so it's hard to get all of the bites out of hand. Problem number 2, Skewer. If Skewer is ever in hand, then we can't play it and still have energy, because it costs all of the energy. So that's problematic. Let's go ahead and remove the Clumsy. It's not like super bad, but we might as well not have it if we have a choice. Would we rather have Fairy in a Bottle or Ghost in a Jar? Fairy in a Bottle is kind of like a Ghost in a Jar that you don't control. If you just get, like, if you take chip damage forever and you're at, like, 2 health, then Fairy in a Bottle can be better than Ghost in a Jar. But that's pretty much the only situation. And we're pretty good at blocking, so I don't think we're too worried about falling into that. I guess I will. Okay, we have to open this, because it's Act 3. And we have to take a Sapphire Key. Kunai is not that exciting. It is a way of scaling block, which I am fairly desperate for, but we don't really play 3 attacks very often. Oh, we got Clumsy again. Wow. Very fortunate with the curses. But we needed the Sapphire Key, so let's take it. Alright, let's play some powers. And develop some poison. Does Crippling Cloud do more or less damage than Glass Knife here? 24 damage versus 7 poison. This is more, as long as the fight goes at least 4 turns. I assume it will. Alright, we need to block for 11. More than we currently are. 2, 3, 11. Okay. Nightmare Neutralize? Nightmare Leg Sweep, probably. Looks like we're taking some damage this turn. We can bullet time, triple leg sweep. Really show him what's what. Alchemize is useless here. These potions are great. I'm not throwing any of them away. Oh, we can quad leg sweep. My mistake. Get all of the legs swept. You need a lot of leg sweeps for this fight too, because look at all these little tentacles. You got to sweep every single one of those. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end. I think I'll save the Dark Shackles. Might as well. We need to block for a total of 25. Okay, and I'm getting a couple bites. Almost back to full health. Do we have lethal? The way this fight works is if poison kills him, you do need to block the constricted damage, or at least you will suffer the constricted damage, because the constricted damage happens at the end of your turn. Poison happens at the beginning of their turn. I don't think we're getting poison lethal anyway, so let's block for 25. Now all we have to do is block constricted damage next turn, and poison and stone calendar will both kill him. We can block the constricted damage pretty easily. We're at full health, so we don't care about bites. Anyway, whatever. Fire Potion is nowhere near as good as these. Noxious Fumes is a scaling damage? I don't know, do we care about that? I don't know, a little bit. Yeah, okay. Recall could happen now. Yeah, I think recall now is pretty decent. I guess a big upside for Noxious Fumes is you can just, like, as long as you're blocking out, it kills Time Lord for you, if you wait long enough. And Venom. Okay. These have Venom on them. Now he's attacking for more. Alright. This doesn't do anything. I feel like I should Nightmare something, but I don't want to Nightmare any of the cards in hand, so I guess I just won't play anything this turn. I want him to do specifically this attack, unfortunately. This is like the best one for me. He's not debuffing us, he's just generating block, which we don't care about. Piercing Wail is great here. I think we're just waiting for Noxious Fumes, kinda. I will get rid of the Endless Agonist, because I don't want those. Alright, we need to change his shape now, or his intention. Right. And he does the super dangerous one. Obviously, like he would do. You're all Writhing Masses, you know what I'm talking about. You have to do it. Uh-oh, we don't have an attack. This is an attack, technically. Okay, great. Only 12. I think we care quite a bit about the poison, and we don't care that much about retaining Dark Shackles, so we will spend Dark Shackles for 3 health. Hopefully we should be able to get him, or bite back to full by the end of this fight. Sure. Or by the end of right now, I suppose. We're getting debuffed. Let's change his shape to his attack. Okay, we don't want that one. That one's fine. Alright, Stone Calendar ticks the clock a little bit. It's our second chance at Nightmare. I think this is our first time we've seen Nightmare and not played it. It was earlier this fight, not now. What if this is the Ghost in the Jar? Because the next fight is the Mega Elite. I kind of don't want to take 24 damage right now. And I'm not seeing a way around it. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna Nightmare the Deadly Poison, and then use Bounce of Class. Maybe I should have just taken the damage and Nightmare to Bite. That would have been reasonable. Just getting so many potions. Double Nightmare is infinite. Not sure if we can pull that off with this deck. Seems like the deck's way too slow. Double Nightmare with an Alchemize is pretty fun, though. I mean, if we're not going to find a Catalyst, I might as well take a Double Nightmare. At the very worst, it's redundancy for our first Nightmare. Alright, here we go. Max HP Giant Head is kind of brutal. Our poison is so slow. We're going to have a really hard time getting through that. We do have Nightmare Crippling Cloud, which is really nice. I think we're going to skip the other After Image, so that we can Nightmare Crippling Cloud and play Crippling Cloud this turn. Oh wait, what am I talking about? We have Bullet Time. Play all the cards to get maximum slow procs, and then Glass Knife him for 40. Alright, we could Nightmare Crippling Cloud again. Definitely playing at least one Crippling Cloud and a Noxious Fumes. I think we're Nightmare and Crippling Cloud again. It's fun and nutritious. Crippling Cloud Defend blocks out. And next turn he starts punching us. Alright, Leg Sweep is good. Dark Shackles isn't getting any better. And I'm not skipping Bouncing Flask. So I guess we'll defend for the last bit. This turn's a little bit yikes. You don't get a very much block at all. And this is a max value block potion, so no reason to hold that any further. I guess in the presence of bites, there could be a reason to hold it further, but whatever. 3, 6, 8 cards in hand, so we can backflip. Go to 9. We need 10-ish more block. Survivor and a bunch of cards does that. So we're going to play either Alchemize or Bite. Bite gives us health, Alchemize gives us a potion back. It's probably Alchemize. It is a regen pod. We could use the regen pot right now. But it's not going to do anything next turn. So I'll wait until I've taken... I don't know, I guess I'll wait for a better opportunity. Ooh, we are slow. We got backflip into bullet time. That's always nice. Alright, we're taking a bunch of damage now, so let's use the regen pot. Gets 5 health this turn and 4 health next turn, so... Stone Calendar, not too impressive against max HP Giant Head. We're going to need all the defensive options, so let's play all the defensive options. See where we are. Okay, not dead. I guess we're blocking out. There you go. Poison is finally ticked up to a reasonable level. It's going to take us about 3 turns to kill it from here. So we need to block for 150, more or less, over the next 3 turns. I'm not sure we can do it. We do have a fairy in a bottle for when we fail, so that's something. Crippling Cloud doesn't really do anything right now. Doesn't change the turn count, I don't believe. Although Glass Knife does quite a bit of damage. So our max damage here is... Crippling Cloud, Glass Knife, and Bite, Glass Knife are tied. They do exactly the same thing. But Bites give us health, which we're going to need. Yeah, actually Glass Knife's also, or Bites block for 2 more. Maybe we are killing him next turn. That order was wrong. I should have done the Bites before the Glass Knife, because the Glass Knife does more damage. For optimizing the slow procs. Looks like we are getting lethal this turn. And we need it, because otherwise we're losing the fairy. Okay, well, that was scary. Bottled Tornado. We're probably just going to throw that Snecko Oil away. We've got a lot of potion generation. Our potion chance has to be down to like 10%. We've got potions in the last like 4 fights in a row. Not from Alchemize either, just like from the fight reward. Do we take Blur? I don't know why we would take Blur. There's kind of a neat thing that could have happened if we had like apparitions, where we could like nightmare our apparitions to get an infinite number of those, and then like play blurs too and get an infinite block on top of our infinite apparition. It's not really necessary, and we don't have any of that stuff, so no. Okay, so what are we tornadoing? Probably Noxious Fumes, right? After Image already starts in our opening hand. Yeah, the only other power is Noxious Fumes, and I'm pretty sure Noxious Fumes is better than Skip, so let's go for it. I guess we're technically allowed to put After Image in a bottle, but I don't know why you would want to do that. Okay. Falling, huh? Predator's not doing a ton of work anymore. I guess it's probably doing better than Deadly Poison, though. Alright, we can't rest here, so that's fun. I should probably upgrade the Noxious Fumes now that it's bottled. I don't know how we're doing this one. 18 health for Time Eater. Ooh, got turn 1 Wraith form. That's something. And a deck that blocks with After Image. We have a backflip and a bullet time for extra shenanigans. So After Image first. This is happening. I guess we're just surviving the Ascender's Bane. Maybe we're skipping Glass Knife here? Oh wait, we're surviving the Wraith form. We can't Wraith form now. We would die for sure. Yeah, there's no way we survive that. Okay, so do we want to play Predator and or Glass Knife? It's a bunch of damage. We don't have Catalyst. How do we win this fight without Catalyst? Well, we could try and get him to his split point as fast as possible. And then just like do damage from there. Because he's going to purge poison, right? So we get him to the split point and then pause and wait for Noxious Fumes to kill him. Or we could just go really slow, wait for Noxious Fumes to kill him, and then pray he has a heart attack on turn 4. Oh, I see. That's what kind of heart attack you mean. I thought you meant like the Spire heart. And I was like, how could he attack the Spire heart? Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. You know what we could do? We could try and play... we could try and just proc his clock now. We could try to play all 12 cards. Thanks for the follow, Kavinbi. Kavinubi. I was a big Andrew Yang supporter when he was running for president. I suppose I'm still an Andrew Yang supporter, although now just in his general life. Kanabe. Well, that's way more boring. Sorry, just kidding. So UBI is a section that you could possibly read the last 3 letters of your name as. That means Universal Basic Income to me. Okay, so a weird line here that we could do is Predator, Glass Knife, Snecko Oil, hope that the Snecko Oil cards are really good, and hope that we can play 4 of them. Actually, I'm not really sure why these cards matter. Okay, I think I'm just going to Predator so that we have options for next turn. I don't think I'm going to do anything crazy yet. We're taking 5 damage, which is concerning, but it's Time Lord. We should take it slow, right? Okay, we have a Nightmare available, but it's not paired with another Nightmare, which is how I was hoping to use them. So I think maybe the line here is like Bite, Potion, Nightmare, Nightmare, Leg Sweep or something. We'll see what the potion does. Okay, no Nightmare. It did decost a Leg Sweep, so that's nice. The Leg Sweep is unchanged. Nightmare also unchanged. Oh wait, it upgraded our Nightmare. That's nice. We could Piercing Wail block this turn. We're already blocked out this turn though, so not really super concerned about that. Or we're not technically blocked out, but we're close to it. So the cost change on the Snecko Oil is permanent. So if I Nightmare something, it will have its same cost as it's shown as having now next turn. So if we Nightmared this leg sweep, we would have cheap leg sweeps in our deck. And that would be nice. But we are missing out on the Nightmare Infinite interaction if we play Nightmare. But that's okay. I don't think we need to do that. Okay, so let's play that card. And so if we played leg sweep now, we develop 2 more weak, and we block for 2. But if we just don't play it, then we get leg sweeps for next turn anyway, and we have 3 time on the clock for next turn. So I think I prefer that. Okay. Alright, we don't have to do anything, so we probably shouldn't do anything. We could bite him. It would leave us with only 2 on the clock. These cards. One of those cards is Dark Shackles, though, so it seems like we're pretty unlikely to die. It does seem like Bite's pretty necessary. We're pretty low on health, and I would like to be higher on health. Okay. Let's just take a tentative little nibble out of him. Just a tiny bite. Maybe he won't notice. We did not draw the Dark Shackles, and it is a big multi-attack, so we are in trouble. We are gonna die. The question is, do we die twice? No. So he doesn't kill us with the first attack, and then does kill us with the second attack, and then with the third attack, we take damage, but we don't die. If we alchemize now, he gets 2 extra strength. And then he hits us for 14, and then 14 again, which pops us, and then 14 a third time. So we lose 2 health after the break by alchemizing. We could Nightmare on Alchemize, and then hope for a miracle next turn. We will have 2 open potion slots next turn. Alright, let's do that. Uh-oh. I miscalculated how much 30% of my max HP was. I thought that it was more than 14, and then also he was attacking for 15. Okay, well, that was going to be a tough one to win. Yeah, maybe we should have. After we got bites in Act 2, I was like, great, we should be done going to question marks in Act 2. So we didn't visit any question marks super aggressively. Actually, we got bites, and then we immediately got Ancient Writing. So I was like, we're in great shape. But maybe we needed apparitions in this deck. Maybe we needed both bites and apparitions. Because if you're going to try and like double Nightmare stuff, you need to like have apparitions to be nightmaring, right? Like apparition is the best target for Nightmare. So yeah, we never found the burst. We never found the catalyst. Yeah, I'm not sure how we were trying to win Act 4. We did muddle through quite a ways though, but I don't think this deck ever had a future. Unfortunately, we were just really leaning on those crippling clouds and hoping for the best. It didn't quite work out, but we did pick a lot of good cards, right? Like that was a great Act 2 deck. Just never turned into an Act 4 deck.